What's up? It's Mukite. I got the TV in view just in case you get bored with what I'm talking about here. But I don't know if this is the first one. I doubt it. But it's gonna be a little study of artifacts. Oh no, this was the wrong box. This ties into the study. This is non-basic lands, like lands with two-color mana. This is the box we're looking for. Okay. Alright. The definition of an artifact: an object made by a human being, typically an item of cultural or historical interest. Second definition: something observed in a scientific investigation or experiment that is not naturally present but occurs as a result of preparative or investigative procedure. So those hedron matrices and shit, hedrons, those are not natural, which was crazy. I thought they were like pure magic or some shit. They were made. Okay. So here we go. I got this thing here. It's full of artifacts. I took all my artifacts out. And then to top it off, here still in the plastic, I got a special artifact. I don't know what's so special about it. Artifact creature. A construct. Oh, it's a thing. The reason I'm into artifacts, let's see. The foundries of Kaladesh run like clockwork under the supervision of the formidable overseers. Okay, the reason I'm getting into artifacts is because on the Elder Scrolls I recently unlocked the perk, Champion 75 perk, Treasure Hunter. I already had created a character to be a treasure hunter. I was inspired by the person who shows up in Cyrodiil on the weekends at your home forward camp base, whatever, and sells the gold artifacts. The gold jewelry and stuff for alliance points. And she has a gold aura around her. You can spot her because she's glowing gold. And I was just intrigued by that. I was like, I wonder what made her glow gold, and she has the gold stuff. So I said, I'm going to make a treasure hunter also that's going to treasure hunt until she gets that gold aura. Gold seeker. So I finally unlocked the perk for treasure hunter, which means in all the treasure chests it improves the quality of the items I find. Doesn't mean I'm going to get much cool, because they say the treasure chests are kind of worthless, but it's going to be fun for me and roleplay purposes. So let's just snatch a random joint. Okay. Artifact creature, a golem. Big stone giant, gilded sentinel. The river heralds fight to keep all others from reaching the golden city. The city has its own defenses. Like a big golem. So, also, I just throw another random information in. In my studies of these magic cards and all the different things I read about, somebody impressed upon me this idea. When you see this and you just see a card, you read a book and, when you see this and don't see information, you gotta pretend like all of this is real. Like you're in the middle of this shit. Like you're not just looking at a card, you're looking at the golem. It's all relevant as it can be if it's tangible. Just because we believe the shit is make-believe and we wonder why it was even mentioned or presented, it'll offer new insight if you imagine it's all in the real world. It's all here. So, let's look at it again. A big-ass golem. You can't hurt it. It doesn't have nerves. It guards the city. If we were treasure hunters, and we know that they fight to keep us away from the city, if we even reach the city, We gotta be ready for something like this. Which leads me to my next thing I was going to look the definition of treasure. 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 A quantity of precious metals, gems, or other valuable artifacts, or other valuable objects. Well, gems are artifacts because they're natural. I don't know. Minerals are natural. I don't know. Gems are natural, yeah. Quantity of precious metals, gems, or other valuable objects. And it also means to keep carefully a valuable or valued item. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to look that up. Okay. Let's pull out another artifact. See what we can glean. Millennium Gargoyle, artifact creature. Yeah, gargoyles are just made of stone and they come to life. So it's not a golem. You've got to keep your wits about you on the roofs. Not all stones are compliant handholds. One's man-made, one's making men do. Alright, it's all in the real world. Don't separate from it. The reason I wanted to do the study on the multicolored mana is because I think out of all the magic cards, mana is the most relevant. And I say this because there was a time in my life when when I first ventured into magic and I was smoking weed at the time. It felt like I could come outside and look into the sky and see mana. Like I could see what the energy was if it was a day where it looked like it was fiery or it was crazy. And when you look at the mana card, what do you see? You see the landscape, the horizon, and the sky. Every mana card showing the sky. So I think if all these things aren't present in reality, like the gargoyles and stuff, the mana's here. So let's see. We gotta look at it like it all is present. A bone saw. Is that a bone? No, that's a tree. It's just called a bone saw. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets one to attack. Once a simple tool, like everything else on Zendikar, has been turned into a weapon against the Eldrazi. So let's see. Bonesaw, Golem, Gargoyle. Artifact creature, Gargoyle, artifact creature, construct, artifact equipment. Oh well, let's just keep looking. So, how do you tell the difference between something that you see on the ground and something that's really a treasure? Like if you find an ancient bracelet that could be restored to being priceless, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be bling blinging. It might be rust colored and everything. How do you value something as a treasure hunter? I guarantee half the shit the treasure hunters find doesn't look all shiny and shit when they find it. I don't know. Like this bone saw. Well, nothing said it was magical. Nothing said it was magical. The gargoyle is though. Let's see. Maybe it's magical because it's stone. And the stone is from the earth. Let's see. Wall of Tangle Cord. Artifact creature. Wall of Tangle Cord gains reach into the end of turn. Root-like fibers travel far from Meridian's metallic forest, emerging from the crust to drink in the mana-infused sunlight. Root-like fibers travel far from Meridian's metallic forest, emerging from the crust to drink in the mana-infused sunlight. I read about the metallic realm a little bit before my book got thrown away. It was a land where everything was metal, like the ground, the trees, the animals, all metal, right? So imagine a bug coming to bite you and the shit is metal. I think that's what it happened. Everything was about to attack whoever it was who showed up there, and everything was metal. So this has defending, right? If you're on a metal plane, why would they need a defender? Everything's fucking metal. It's not really, I don't know. What could you be attacking that the metal needs to defend itself, unless you're attacking hard? Okay. Yeah, how do you beat a golem or a gargoyle? The golem is beaten in Final Fantasy by destroying its cores. Like his exposed core, destroy that. The gargoyle is defeated on the gargoyle show by sunlight, turning it back into stone. The saw is defeated by throwing it on the ground and leaving it there to rest. And the walls are defeated by something that hits harder than 6. Oh well, we'll just keep looking. Maybe we'll see something epic. Universal solvent, which is water. He's pouring it down into a little pipe thing, a little cone, and mist is coming out the other side. Pay 7 mana and sacrifice this and destroy a target permanent. A few drops of this and the trickiest problems simply melt away. So the acid. This is not easy. I don't even know what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, with the colors, I was trying to figure out a theme and characteristics of the colors to identify one color from the next. With artifacts, I really just came in to look at them and to get me in the mood for being a treasure hunter, to seeing different kinds of artifacts. I figured, I don't know. I figured it was the best approach. Just get a repertoire of what's out there. But these aren't objects. These are goddamn golems and gargoyles. Throne of the God Pharaoh. I thought this was my most important card. I had them sitting in the front. This joint is no joke. It's from a Monket. Throne of the God Pharaoh is an artifact that's not made naturally. At the beginning of your end step, the end of your turn, each opponent loses life equal to the number of tapped creatures you control. Why would that be a throne? When the second sun rests between the horns on the horizon, so begins the hour of revelation, then the hour of glory, the hour of promise, and finally the hour of eternity. Traveler's Amulet. Hey, let me see something. Universal Solvent, Wall of Tanger Cord, Millennium Gargoyle, Gilded Sentinel, Bone Saws. Traveler's Amulet. Sacrifice it and search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. Why wander in search of a new home when the path is laid out before you? So sacrifice this, search for some mana, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. A wall, another wall, forgotten pharaohs. Kick it, and it deals 1 damage to target player. Activate it only if you control a desert or if there's a desert card in your graveyard. The wall is only active if you're around it, because it doesn't really move. This wall, a tangle cord, gains reach until the end of turn with green mana.
Show me what you got.
It can reach up and block something that shows up to it. The Millennial Gargoyle perches on the tower and stays there until somebody comes up to it or until it deems it's time to move. But it says you gotta keep your wits about you on the roofs. Not all stones are compliant handholds. The Gilded Sentinel. River heroes fight to keep everybody from reaching the Golden City, but the city has its own defenses once you get there. The legendary artifact. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the number of tapped creatures you control. So, if you use your creatures at the end of the turn, they lose life. No matter what happened and who died or didn't die. Traveler's Amulet. Sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. Why wander in search of a new home when the path is laid out for you? Now, Universal Solvent and Bone Saw, these are the two. They're just artifact. Well, yeah. The Solvent, which is water. Sacrifice Universal Solvent, destroy target permanent. I hope y'all can even see this. I tried to get near the window to get some light, because I was sick of seeing the same fucking orange light coming from my lamp, my ceiling fan. I could kill it for a fucking real light, like everybody, the real YouTubers use. Universal Solvent. It's water. A few drops of this and the trickiest problems simply melt away. I ain't gonna lie, I'm thinking something stupid. I ain't gonna say it. Okay, Bone Saw. Once a simple tool, like everything else, it has been turned into a weapon against the Eldrazi. Let's see. Seems to me like all these cards will remain stationary, just like a treasure. They'll stay where they are. They mind their own business until you come searching for them. The God Pharaoh thing. If your ass ain't in Amonkhet, when the monsters start attacking, you ain't gonna lose life at the end of the turn. The walls, if you ain't near the desert, then the stone wall ain't gonna hurt you. If you ain't flying over it, then the reach ain't gonna reach up and hurt you. The Traveler's Amulet, that's just talking about searching for a home, but that amulet or whatever, something lays out the path before you. What else did we have? The Gargoyle. Don't grab the gargoyle while you climbing roofs or it'll come alive. The Golem. Don't go to the city of Araska because the golems is going to protect it. So, that don't mean they're evil though. I see good in everything. Something I got from Pokemon, like you got Gengar, Ghastly, Hunters, they're ghosts. But they're not evil. They were born as ghosts. That's their type. Let's look at one more for now. Like I accomplished something. Pirate's cutlass, a sword. Ah, a sword. When Pirate's cutlass enters the battlefield, attach it to a target pirate you control. Equipped creature gets 2 to attack and 1 to defense.
Yes. Tell me something about yourself. What's your story? A sad one.
It's just a sword, a pirate sword.
Do I know it? Can't remember how many times I've been there. How many times Mother Nenica stitched me up. They must have missed it.
Like if you grab a pirate sword out the store and you go outside in the streets and the pirate sword is on your belt, people gonna look at you and say that's a pirate. Or you want to be like a pirate. It's a sword just like anything else, with just the quality of it and the image of it makes it for something. Somebody has a style for it. So maybe these treasures are out there, these artifacts are out there for somebody whose style it is to wield it. One more, because that didn't really count. A cobra, that's an artifact, a fake cobra. A Narnum cobra. Artifact creature, snake. With 1 green mana, it gains death touch until the end of turn. Some say tales of the Narnum greenhouse are told to scare the children, but every tale grows from a seed of truth. It's in a greenhouse. If you go to the Narnum greenhouse, you'll find the goddamn snake. Another reason I wanted to look up the 9 basic lands, but it could work for lands too, but I just got a box with all my 9 basic lands. Because if I was learning about being a treasure hunter, some of the qualities you'd need to be a treasure hunter. You'd have to be able to follow maps. You have to be able to scout, basically. It's something that the pirates would need when they treasure hunt. They probably send scouts on shore to check shit out before they show up. And I got PDF file books about scouting. And I figured if you're good at studying the land, you can gauge what you're going to come up against. And I don't really know the qualities of a scout, but I saw for role play reasons, like learn how to scout. So I take the mana, study the mana, then learn about the artifacts and the significance of it. So maybe when I get something on the game that's not high level and not blue quality or whatever, I still see some significance into it. I don't know. Okay, last one, I promise. Oh, this is an old classic right here. Spider Silk Net. It's a newer version of it, but it's the same card. Equipped creature gets 2 to defense. It has reach. Dragons are our betters, but we will fight them if our dragon lord orders it. I don't know. Of course, the obvious is the net can't grab you unless you're in his reach. So I take what I know and then do another summary real quick, and that'll be it for this little Narnum cobra found in the greenhouse. The Narnum greenhouse. Don't fuck around out there. You might run into it and it has death touch. Bone saw. Nothing I can tell you about that. Once a simple tool, like everything else on Zendikar, has been turned into a weapon against the Eldrazi. Yeah, I mean, shit. The Eldrazi show up, they grab their tools, and they become artifacts. They become weapons, equipment. Okay, universal solvent. You stand there and let this shit get on you, it's gonna burn you. Shake it off, do something. This is water though, universal solvent. Traveler's Amulet. While wandering in search of a new home, when the path is laid out before you. I don't know. God Pharaoh's throne. When the second sun rests between the horns on the horizon, so begins the hour of revelation, then the hour of glory, the hour of promise, and finally the hour of eternity, which was really the hour of devastation. But don't go to Amonkhet. Don't go to Araska. You might run into a golem. That's just one of the defenses. The city has its own defenses. The Millennial Gargoyle. Not all stones are compliant handholds. Artifact creature wall. Reach with green. It's a defender. Root like fibers travel far from Meridian's metallic forest, emerging from the crust to drink in the mana-infused sunlight. You know, they say sometimes the artifact that's cursed, you're not looking for it, it's looking for you, like it's in search of an owner. Maybe it's a mutual thing. Maybe that's something about it. Like this cutlass is made for a pirate. Pirates seek it out. Let's see. The Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs. I don't know about that. And the dragon do not seek out a net. But oh well. Just a little food for thought if you had 30 minutes to listen to that bullshit. Let's see what the card of the day is going to be. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. It's going to be the Spider Silk Net. Come on, focus. Oh, we didn't even really look at the pictures. Pictures might tell us something. Alright, see ya.